After months of planning, the location for Afghanistan's new officer training academy has been approved outside Kabul. The country's own Sandhurst in the sand will cost up to £25 million, training more than 1,000 officers every year. It's going to be one of Britain's main commitments to the country after the drawdown of combat troops in 2014. Our reporter, Carla Prater, has been given exclusive access to the site.
10 kilometres outside Kabul on this dusty plain lies a military camp at Karga. In a couple of years' time, this site will be one of the most important training centres for the Afghan army. Now, it may not look like much now, but this is the site of the new Officer Training Academy, Afghanistan's Sandhurst equivalent. And over the next couple of years, this site will be totally transformed with new barrack blocks, classrooms and ranges built, leaving a real legacy behind for the future of the Afghan army. Plans were announced in July by the ANA's General Karimi. It's already been nicknamed Sandhurst in the sand, but no one knew where it was going to be until now. With Britain overseeing its construction next year, it's a long-term commitment.
The UK has committed to at least 10 years on this project, so this is something which goes way beyond the 2014 timeframe that people talk about with the ceasing of combat operations. This is the future commitment for the UK in Afghanistan.
Britain will provide more than 75% of the advisors. That's more than 100 personnel. The first intake will be in 2013, with the first officers leaving a year later, many of them going on to further training at centres like Camp Julian, home of the Infantry Branch School.
I think the significant thing for this organisation here is this is the largest contingent of British forces working with a training institution. And a number of the skills and the lessons we've learned will definitely be applicable to the Officer Academy. As so much of what we're doing now is going beyond the mentoring stage through monitoring and actually trying to set the Afghans up for transition.
Proudly collecting their certificates, these are just some of the graduates from the latest infantry training programme. Looking ahead to transition, they're on track to meet the targets for personnel numbers, but the focus is shifting away from increasing the quantity of troops to increasing the quality.
I mean, recently we had a surge where we saw the numbers coming through the IBS increase quite significantly. That's died away now, and we're more at steady state training. But we will see more distributed training in the future, and that's in the literacy side, in increasing the qualifications of the instructors.
The new site at Karga will house an education centre, and next to it they're building the new National Military Academy of Afghanistan, which will run an alternative 4-year training programme similar to America's West Point. It's hoped that women will make up 10% of the army by March next year, and many of them will be based here. Right now, Sandhurst in the sand may just be plans on paper, but this is now a commitment to the future and a boost to giving Afghanistan the kind of army it's needed for so long. Carla Prater, Forces News, Kabul.